football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. All that and more coming up
EA
next.
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. As I've been all year long with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, this has been brewing for a few years now, but the Bills are finally over the hump and back in the Super Bowl.
And as everyone in the Bills Mafia would tell you in a heartbeat, looking to win it for the first time ever. Remember, they went to 4 straight in the 90s, couldn't get the job done, but as you have said, they've been on the climb the last few seasons, and here they are, ready to close the deal.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, they've had their share of success in this game, in this new millennium. 2 wins over the Patriots, but this is a new group looking to make their mark.
Yeah, you think about Eli Manning, Michael Strahan, Victor Cruz. That group's moved on. This is a new group of Giants trying to leave their legacy on New York football.
And off we go from Las Vegas. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. They'll go to Barkley again, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. Flushed out right. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. Deontay Hardy back deep. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. That is complete downfield to Knox. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cook up the gut. And he's down into the red red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 0-0 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Morris. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And this play's still live. He faked the spike, gonna throw it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They begin with a run by Barkley. Evades him at the 10. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Now Jones. Under pressure, they got him again. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Going deep for Diggs. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a defensive stalemate. No scoring in that first half whatsoever. But a breakthrough can't be too far off. And for the start of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles. Both teams making their final adjustments of the season during this long halftime break. Who will claim the Lombardi Trophy? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles in Vegas for the second half of Super Bowl 58.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from zero again, so you just have one half to play instead of two. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Allen. And Diggs has it. And Diggs will have a Bills first down up near midfield, spotted at the 48. It's a pickup of 6. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Allen's throw is complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the fourth and final quarter of action. Throwing on first down, Jones. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Looking for Shepard deep. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it inside the 20. And they will be set on now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown! Quentin Morris from 17 yards out. And the Bills are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw. Jones. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Matt Milano in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Here we go. This is 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Gets this to Waller. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone because there's not enough reaction time off of the tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
So on fourth down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York set to take the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Bass on for the extra point.
And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Possession switching back to the New York Giants.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Jones
to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Here's Jones on first down. His throw incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw again on second down, Jones. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game.
Rasul Douglas picks it, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And these Bills make the 90s seem like a distant memory. Buffalo is the Super Bowl champion. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.